Welcome to The Art of Adventure. This is 5 Minute Friday, and we are going to talk about Steve Jobs' reality distortion field and how you can have one too. So I just finished reading Walter Isaacson's incredible biography of Steve Jobs, and there was a lot in there about Jobs' reality distortion field, and he used this to great effect for his whole career, and people would try to fight against it and ultimately would succumb to this reality distortion field. Basically, he would convince people through whatever means, partly his charisma, partly his force of will, his strong emotion, his conviction, whatever it was, that what they thought was impossible was actually possible. One of the first Apple employees, Andy Hertzfeld, said, "In Steve's presence, reality is malleable." So let's look at this. Actually, you are in your own reality distortion field right now. We all are a product of our beliefs about reality. So for example, if you think you're no good in social situations, then that's likely the reality you're going to experience. If you see yourself as a leader, then you'll probably leap at opportunities to be a leader, and that will confirm that reality. Our beliefs create self-fulfilling prophecies, a reality distortion field. Now let's think on a bigger level, on a society level. Things that previously were impossible are now possible, like breaking the 2-hour marathon or free soloing El Capitan. Both these physical feats happened in the last couple of years. Amazing, right? They never were possible before, but now they are. When Steve Jobs was creating the iPhone and he was talking to Corning, the makers of the Gorilla Glass that is the screen for the iPhone, they said, there's no way that we'll be able to reconfigure our factories in order to make the screens in time for you, or these early Apple employees saying there's no way we can create the Macintosh software in 10 months. And basically Steve Jobs held such a strong reality for them, basically that was possible. And sometimes he was compassionate about it, like, it's okay, I know that you're afraid, but you can do it, and go and actually do it. And so a lot of times, I think probably people say something is impossible simply because they don't know, or because it's never been done, or because whatever. And so that's not necessarily proof that something is impossible. So partly it's, he was pushing people to be their best. But partially, I want to talk a little bit about quantum physics here, but partially, like reality is moldable. Reality, the probable reality of an outcome, we don't know what the future is going to hold because there's free will, and because we have an effect on the physical nature of our reality, our consciousness. And so this is the experiment, the double slit experiment, which I don't remember when it was done, but it won a Nobel Prize. And basically it says that the observer that observes photons, light particles going through a double slit, causes them to either go through as a particle when you're looking, and as a wave when you're not looking. So we know that consciousness, the observer itself, affects physical reality, affects the photons, and it's been shown in other experiments as well. So basically, our thoughts, our consciousness is affecting the actual physical reality, the structure, the material world around us, and we know that this is also tied in with emotion and conviction. So let's just say that Steve Jobs is bringing such strong conviction that his reality is the true reality, and that these other people, maybe they don't know that their reality is true or not, and they don't have the same level of emotional conviction behind it. They're willing to abandon their view of what reality should be for Steve Jobs' view of reality. And that comes true, right? So he's changed the probability of the outcome of getting an iPhone by holding that as such a strong possibility that everyone falls in line with that new reality of what's possible. So your takeaway from today, besides interesting facts about quantum physics, is that reality is based in your beliefs. And so you can create your own reality distortion field about what's possible. And over time, you can grow and gain the skills and make reality happen, even if it hasn't ever happened before. You can distort your own reality based on your beliefs so that you become the type of person that can do what you thought previously impossible thing. All right, that's all for today's episode. Now it's your turn to go out there and be adventurous.